Everything you need to know about Neuralink, Elon Musk's company that wants to put microchips in people's brains. Tesla billionaire Elon Musk is known for high-profile companies like Tesla and SpaceX, but the billionaire also has a handful of unusual ventures. One them, he says, he started to one day achieve symbiosis between the human brain and artificial intelligence. Neuralink is Musk's neural interface technology company. Simply put, it is building technology that could be embedded in a person's brain, where it could both record brain activity and potentially stimulate it. While Musk likes to talk up his futuristic vision for the technology, merging human consciousness with AI, the tech has plenty of near-term potential medical applications such as the treatment of Parkinson's disease. Here's everything you need to know about Neuralink. Neuralink was quietly founded under the radar in 2016. Although Musk has touted the near-term applications of Neuralink, he often links the company up with his fears about artificial intelligence. Musk has said that he thinks humanity will be able to achieve symbiosis with artificial intelligence through. Musk told artificial intelligence podcast host Lex Fridman in 2019 that Neuralink was intended to address the existential risk associated with digital superintelligence. We will not be able to be smarter than a digital supercomputer, so, therefore, if you cannot beat him, join him, Musk added. Musk has made lots of fanciful claims about the enhanced abilities Neuralink could confer. In 2020, Musk said people would save and replay memories like in Black Mirror, or telepathically summon their car. Experts have expressed doubts about these claims. In September 2020, insiders spoke to neuroscientist Professor Andrew Jackson of the University of Newcastle. He said, "Not to say that that won't happen, but I think that the underlying neuroscience is much more shaky. We understand much less about how those processes work in the brain, and just because you can predict the position of the pig's leg when it's walking on a treadmill, that doesn't then automatically mean you'll be able to read thoughts," said Professor Andrew Jackson. Another professor, Andrew Hyers, told Insider in August 2020 that Musk's claims about merging with AI is where he goes off into aspirational fantasy land. Neuralink is developing two bits of equipment. The first is a chip that would be implanted in a person's skull, with electrodes fanning out into their brain. The chip Neuralink is developing is about the size of a coin, and would be embedded in a patient's skull. From the chip, an array of tiny wires, each roughly 20 times thinner than a human hair, fan out into the patient's brain. The wires are equipped with 1024 electrodes which are able to both monitor brain activity and, theoretically, electrically stimulate the brain. This data is all transmitted wirelessly via the chip to computers where it can be studied by researchers. Everything you need to know about Neuralink, Elon Musk's company that wants to put microchips in people's brains. Neuralink is one of Elon Musk's strange and futuristic portfolio of companies. It's developing neural interface technology, aka putting microchips into people's brains. The technology could help study and treat neurological disorders. Tesla billionaire Elon Musk is known for high-profile companies like Tesla and SpaceX, but the billionaire also has a handful of unusual ventures. One them, he says, he started to one day achieve symbiosis between the human brain and artificial intelligence. Neuralink is Musk's neural interface technology company. Simply put, it is building technology that could be embedded in a person's brain, where it could both record brain activity and potentially stimulate it. While Musk likes to talk up his futuristic vision for the technology, merging human consciousness with AI, the tech has plenty of near-term potential medical applications such as the treatment of Parkinson's disease. Neuralink is developing two bits of equipment. The first is a chip that would be implanted in a person's skull, with electrodes fanning out into their brain. The chip Neuralink is developing is about the size of a coin, and would be embedded in a patient's skull. From the chip, an array of tiny wires, each roughly 20 times thinner than a human hair, fan out into the patient's brain. The wires are equipped with 1024 electrodes which are able to both monitor brain activity and, theoretically, electrically stimulate the brain. This data is all transmitted wirelessly via the chip to computers where it can be studied by researchers. The second is a robot that could automatically implant the chip. The way the robot would work is it would use a stiff needle punch the flexible wires emanating from a Neuralink chip into a person's brain, a bit like a sewing machine. Neuralink released a video showcasing the robot in January 2021. Musk has claimed the machine could make implanting Neuralink's electrodes as easy as LASIK eye surgery. While this is a bold claim, neuroscientists previously told Insider in 2019 that the machine has some very promising features. Professor Andrew Hyles highlighted a feature which would automatically adjust the needle to compensate for the movement of a patient's brain, as the brain moves during surgery along with a person's breathing and heartbeat. The robot as it currently stands is 8 feet tall, and while Neuralink is developing its underlying technology, its design was crafted by Woke Studios. Although none of the tech Neuralink has showcased so far has been particularly groundbreaking, neuroscientists are impressed with how well it's been able to bundle up existing technologies. All the technology that he showed has been already developed in some way or form. Essentially what they've done is just package it into a nice little form that then sends data wirelessly, Dr. Jason Shepard, an associate professor of neurobiology at the University of Utah, told Insider following the 2020 demonstration. If you just watched this presentation, you would think that it's coming out of nowhere, that Musk is doing this magic, but in reality, he's really copied and pasted a lot of work from many labs that have been working on this, he added. Elon Musk has boasted multiple times that the company has put the chip in a monkey, though neuroscientists aren't that blown away by this. Elon Musk excitedly announced in Neuralink's 2019 presentation that the company had successfully implanted its chip into a monkey. A monkey has been able to control a computer with its brain, just FYI, he said, which appeared to take Neuralink president Max Hodek by surprise. "I didn't realize we were running that result today, but there it goes," said Hodek. Musk reiterated the claim in February 2021 with a little extra detail. "We've already got a monkey with a wireless implant in their skull, and the tiny wires, who can play video games using his mind," Musk said during a long and wide-ranging interview on Clubhouse. Neuroscientists speaking to Insider in 2019 said that while the claim might grab the attention of readers, they did not find it surprising or even particularly impressive. "The monkey is not surfing the internet. The monkey is probably moving a cursor to move a little ball to try to mark a target," said Professor Andrew Hyles, an assistant professor of neurobiology at the University of California. Implanting primates with neural brain interfaces that allow them to control objects on screens has been done before, and is expected in any research that aims to one day implant technology into human brains. Elon Musk has said human testing could start by the end of this year, but he also said that last year. Elon Musk said during an appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast in May 2020 that Neuralink could begin testing on human subjects within a year. He made the same claim during an interview on Clubhouse in February 2021. Previously in 2019, Musk said the company hoped to get a chip into a human patient by the end of 2020. Experts voiced doubt about this timeline at the time. As part of safety testing, a neural interface device involves implanting it in an animal test subject, normally a primate, and leaving it there for an extended amount of time to test its longevity, as any chip would have to stay in a human patient's brain for a lifetime. You can't accelerate that process. You just have to wait and see how long the electrodes last. And if the goal is for these to last decades, it's hard to imagine how you're going to be able to test this without waiting long periods of time to see how well the devices perform, Jacob Robinson, a neuroengineer at Rice University, told Stat News in 2019. In the near term, the uses of a chip in someone's brain could be to treat neurological disorders like Parkinson's. Improved neural interface technology like Neuralinks could be used to better study and treat severe neurological conditions such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Professor Andrew Hyles told Insider another application could be allowing people to control robotic prostheses with their minds. The first application you can imagine is better mental control for a robotic arm for someone who's paralyzed, Hyles said in a 2019 interview with Insider. saying that the electrodes in a patient's brain could potentially reproduce the sensation of touch, allowing the patient to exert finer motor control over a prosthetic limb.